Welcome. In this video, we're going to install the Atom text editor for macOS. We're going to start off by installing Atom and then making a few tweaks for better readability. Then we'll integrate Atom with the Git source control tool. You might be wondering why bother looking at the installation. You might be wondering why bother with the installation process. But I do like to show all my work. However, you're certainly free to go to the atom.io website and download the installer archive yourself. I'll also be providing installation notes for those that prefer that approach. All right, let's get started by installing Atom on macOS. I currently have my web browser, that is Google Chrome, open. Once you have your web browser open, go to the Atom website at atom.io. Once the web page loads, it should detect that you're running macOS and provide the appropriate download button. Simply click the download button to download the archive. Once the zip file archive has been downloaded, open up the zip archive, which should invoke the archive utility. Once the archive utility has finished expanding out the zip archive, you should be left with the Atom application in your Downloads folder. To install Atom, we literally just drag and drop the Atom icon. To install Atom, we literally drag and drop the Atom. We drag and drop the Atom application from our Downloads folder into Applications. Let's go ahead and clean up by getting rid of this zip file. Then from Applications, double-click to run the Atom application. After Atom is done, once macOS has finished verifying the Atom application, it will prompt you to make sure you really do want to run this thing. After all, we did download this thing off the internet. Click Open to continue. When Atom first opens, you'll be greeted with several welcome screens. Take a few moments to close out any welcome screens, and be careful to uncheck any items so that the welcome screens don't appear in the future. Great. Now let's make sure the Atom command is available. On our system by going to the Atom menu, then go to Install Shell Commands. Atom should install the shell commands for Atom and the APM commands. Great. Now, with all this in place, we have officially installed Atom. Before continuing, let's go and add Atom to our dock. While Atom is still running, I'm going to bring up my dock and go to the Atom icon. Then I'm going to right-click or command-click, go to Options, Keep in Dock. Now when I close Atom, the Atom icon will remain in the dock for me. This will provide easy access in the future. Great. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and close out my Finder window and close my browser. I'm going to go ahead and clean my trash as well. Great. Now that we have Atom installed, let's make a few settings. Let's update a few settings for Atom for better readability. I'm going to go to the dock and invoke Atom once again. Now, for my taste, at least on this screen, the font size for any text here is going to be way too small. So what I want to do is make the font size a little larger. To do that, I'm going to go to Atom, then Preferences. Once the Settings panel shows up, click on Editor, find Font Size, and change it from the default to 20. Now I'm going to close out the Settings panel. And since Atom is actually built upon web-based technologies, that is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we can edit an internal style sheet to further refine the Atom editor. Go to the Atom menu, then select Style Sheet. Great. Under the CSS class tree-view, I need to set the attribute font size. Since this is a CSS document, Atom understands this and will provide us some helpful suggestions. I'm going to select font size, and for tree view, which we'll see a little bit later, I want to set this to 16 font. I want to set this to 16 points. Next, under Atom Text Editor, I'm going to do the same thing. Set the attribute font size, but this time to 20 points. Now, the moment I save with Command S, the font size in this document will resize. Great, that looks pretty good. Once you're done making your changes, close the style sheet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close Atom to prepare for the last bit. Now that we've changed our Atom settings, it's time to make Atom the default Git. It's time to make Atom the default editor for a Git. It's time to make Atom the default editor for the Git source control tool. Of course, this assumes that you already have Git installed. I'm going to confirm that with the command git version. And since I already have Git installed, it gives me the version back. Great. Now I can set Atom to be my main editor. I can do that with the config command. Git config -- global. That sets this setting at the global or user level. And the setting we want to set is core.editor. Then in double quotes, we want to provide the Atom command with the wait option. Atom space -- wait. Double check that line, and then when you're ready, press enter. Great. Now we can test this out by using the same git config command, but this time we'll have git open the configuration file using the default editor. Git config -- global -e. Press enter, and that should invoke the Atom text editor, loading up our .git config file within our user's home directory. Great. Now that we have successfully configured Git, we have now successfully configured Git and Atom to work seamlessly together. I'm going to go ahead and close the .git config file, and I'm going to quit Atom. And since I'm done with my terminal, I'm going to exit out of here as well. Great. Now that we are done with the Git configuration, let's review what we just did. We downloaded and installed the Atom text editor, which we got from the atom.io website. It came to us in a zip file, which we were able to expand using the archive utility. Then all we had to do is move the Atom application to the applications folder. While Atom was open, I went ahead and added it to the dock. For better readability, we adjusted some of the settings within Atom. In particular, we set the tree view to 16 point and the editor to 20 point. Then we integrated Atom with our Git source control tool. All right, thank you for joining me, and please see the installation notes.